approval to put it through, and it did not come through us at all. So, hi there.
Hey,
Look at that.
you got your recorder on?
We do right now.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to the August 1st meeting of the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. I'm chair this year, Aaron Mays. I represent District 3. Commissioner Bill Rippon's not with us today, but Commissioner Kevin Cook representing District 2 on my right. Good morning to you. Good morning. First item, please.
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
We have one item on the consent agenda, and I would move for approval if there's no objection.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business A, County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Commissioner, there is vouchers for $799,390. The highlights out of the voucher report are the payments to Horizon Health at the detention center for $329,020.61. We had holding with the Kansas Director of Vehicles for $91,116.72, and health insurance premium for employees of $87,981.68. Those are the highlights out of the vouchers. I don't have any questions. I would move for approval.
I would second. So motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
There are no correction orders today. Item B, Department of Corrections. Number 1, consider the request to develop specifications and solicit bids for the purchase of inmate beds. These beds would allow for more inmates to be housed in the annex and also for the replacement of a few broken beds. The estimated cost of $100,000 will come from the 2022 Detention Center budgetary funds.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections. This is a request to go out for bids to create specifications and lock in bids for potentially for the next 2 years to add beds to our annex area and to replace some beds that have been broke. This was an item we did put in our capital outlay, but we did pull back. What we're going to try to do is look to see if we have existing funds to purchase these this year, and we will work with purchasing and Betty Greiner in her office regarding this. We may look to, depending on the cost and stuff like this, we may only be able to buy maybe a certain amount this year, but we're hoping maybe we can lock them in for 23 or this year and 23 to be able to buy them both maybe this year, and then once budgets are approved, then maybe have funds available next year. We do have sufficient funds to be able to start this process, but again, this is just to go out and to solicit bids. We are seeing the increase of length of stay and inmates coming into the Department of Corrections, and to ensure that we have proper housing, we're going to need to add more beds. So we're looking at approximately maybe 40 beds, maybe bunks.
I don't have any questions.
Brian, how old are the, you said these are replacing some beds?
Some of them are since 2008 and 9 when we opened the annex.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting rid of the oldest ones?
Yes.
And replacing some
Yes.
new ones. What, do you any idea what percentage of these that
I couldn't tell
are
you
gonna
what
be
percentage.
replacing?
I don't think it's a lot of them. I think the majority of them will be used for additional beds. I have to imagine if we end up buying all 40, which would be bunk beds and 5 single beds, I'm guessing maybe 4 or 5 beds maybe have to be redone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not, the majority of them will go to add to the facility.
Okay. And we have room for them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have room for almost 200 inmates over at the annex, and we only bought beds at that time because our population was so low. So we have 2 or at least 1 dorm that doesn't have any beds in it, can put at least 60 beds in those.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
Nope.
All right, I'll make, oh, go ahead.
I'll move for approval.
I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Next item, please.
Item C, Stormont Valley Event Center. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C 223-2022 with Kansas State Bank for the financing of 2 Yale forklifts from Berry Material Handling at a cost of $637.58 per month for 60 months.
I'm not seeing anyone from the event center here. Let's, can we skip over this and come back to it?
Sure.
Somebody want to, Amanda, can you check on Kellen and see if he's planning on being here? Let's just go to the next item and come back to that.
Item D, Public Works, number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-224-2022 with Mars Wrigley, permitting Mars Wrigley to adopt a portion of Gary Owensby Drive for the purposes of litter and trash collection along the road right-of-way.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kurt Niehaus, Director of Public Works. I am pleased to bring forward to you our first adopt a roadway contract with Mars Wrigley. This has been a process that began in January, and you might wonder why things took so long. Well, unfortunately, it took us quite a while to get the signing materials, but we're now ready to go, move forward. And so here with us today is Mike Heathwell and Brian Pardo from Mars Wrigley. Would they like to come up and say a few words?
All right. I'm Mike Heatwell, Supply Excellence Manager at the site, Mars Wrigley here. First of all, I just want to thank Kurt for putting this together. It's something we were really passionate about. Our associates take a lot of pride in our site, our surrounding area in Topeka, and we really hope that Gary Ormsby is just the first road of many to come. So again, thank you, Kurt.
Good morning, I'm Brian Pardo, I'm Site Director in Topeka, and we're really proud of being part of the community here in Topeka. So as Mike mentioned, our associates take a lot of pride in the upkeep around our building and the street. So this is just something that it was kind of a grassroots effort within the site, and Mike championed it for us. We wanted to just partner with the city to make sure that we're good partners in the community. So this is just an opportunity for us to give back a little bit.
Great. I appreciate that. Corporate citizens are a fantastic thing to have, and when you had reached out initially, which I thank you for doing, because we didn't have a program in place. And so you're the first corporation in at least the unincorporated areas of Shawnee County to step up and do this kind of a thing. We hope that you'll be a trendsetter as well. So really appreciate you stepping up to take care of that portion of the city. So any questions?
I don't have
comments?
anything else to add. Thank you very much for stepping up and being a part of the program, and look forward to more programs to come.
Thank you.
All right, well, well, we got to vote still, I believe. I figured we'd do the vote and then take the pictures afterwards. So I'll make a motion that we approve.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. All right, now let's do a photo. Thank you. Yeah, we'll take that back. I don't know. You need to carry it out and hang it yourself.
Thank you.
Appreciate it a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate your patience.
Oh, no, appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Okay. Should we do it anyways, or?
Well, we can just defer it till
If I
Thursday.
could ask,
Yeah.
the contract, and this is from this bank that's financing this, the contract is already predated August 1st. And if
So it's
they
gotta go
won't
today,
allow,
or-
they literally will not allow me to go in and change the date on the contract. So Matt said he would, Rocker said he would put it on. It's, I don't know, maybe, Betty, have they talked to you at all?
This is Jim Kraus, Shawnee County Counselor. My office has worked quite a bit on this contract, and we had to really insist on some changes before we would approve the contract. those changes were made. So we have extensively reviewed it. It's the matter of whether the commission wants to go ahead and approve this at this point. In terms of the budget and the funding for it, I don't have any information about that.
Okay.
Jim, this did go through the advisory board. The advisory board has passed it as well.
So
The
before,
advisory board has approved.
so we're technically not on that agenda item just yet. Let's go ahead and just do the event center item now. So would you go ahead and?
Okay. I'll read item C. Stormont Valley Event Center, consider authorization and execution of contract C 223-2022 with Kansas State Bank for the financing of 2 Yale forklifts through Berry Material Handling at a cost of $637.58 per month for 60 months.
Okay. Jim, would you finish your statement there?
What I was saying was, we have reviewed this contract, and actually it was pulled from last week because the version that was put on was different than what we had approved. So we had to go back to them and say, wait a minute, this doesn't look like what we've approved. We see some provisions back in here that we wanted taken out. Those were finally taken out. And so that might be some of the mix-up in the timing of when it appeared on the agenda. In terms of the funding, this was brought before the advisory board committee, and the advisory board, who sits in an advisory capacity, did recommend going forward with this item to the Board of County Commissioners. I'm not sure of the funding, whether they have the budget for it. I assume that they do, if they are asking to do this.
It's my understanding that the existing lease is up, and this is just replacing it with a new lease. I mean, that's what it says in the memo, so.
Betty Griner, Director of Administrative Services. Yes, they had leased forklifts in the past, and I do know that those had expired. This is probably a lease purchase because it is being financed through Kansas State Bank. So it, again, is a lease purchase that will commit them for 5 years to this purchase.
Okay. I'd
And
move
it
for
says that it's
approval.
out of their operational budget.
I'll second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Item E, Information Technology. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C 225-2022, amendment to contract C 93-2021 with Cox Business Services to add additional service locations at Dornwood Ballpark located at 2815 Southeast 25th Street, and Cypress Golf Maintenance located at 6921 Southwest 21st Street at a monthly cost of approximately $330 plus regulatory fees to be paid by the Parks and Recreation Department.
Good morning, Commissioners. Shane Clemens with Information Technology. We're trying to add these 2 locations to the existing Cox contract. Do you have any questions?
I don't. Do you?
I do not. Time frame that we'd be looking to have those changed over?
I honestly, I'm not sure on that one.
The $330, is that for both locations combined, or is
That
that?
is,
Okay.
yeah.
Great. All right, I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shane. Next item, please.
Item 5, public comment.
I don't have anybody signed up. Are there any members of the public wishing to speak today? Seeing none, next item.
Item 6, administrative communications.
Any administrative communications?
Good morning, Commissioners. Larry Moss, Shawnee County Treasurer. I need to let you know and the public know that we have made the decision to temporarily close the annex on 17th Street. We have an outbreak of COVID, and depending on the tests this week, we may open by Thursday. but I would anticipate will be closed today through Wednesday. We are fully staffed at the courthouse. It is at the end of the month, so we're anticipating large crowds anyway, so that will not help. But I would encourage the public to renew online if at all possible. You can use the drop box at the west exit to the courthouse parking lot or by mail. We also have a option to drop off title work, and we'll do that by mail. That way you can avoid contact and help relieve some of the wait in the lines. But we apologize for the inconvenience, but I think for public safety, we needed to close that location, at least until we get over this COVID outbreak.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank
Hope
you.
everybody gets to feeling better soon.
Good morning, Commissioners. Stephanie Kuhlman, Shawnee County Commission Office. The August County Connection newsletter has been posted to our website. It's very easy to find. You'll start off at the county homepage, which is www.snco.us. Up at the top, you'll find the drop-down menu under Departments. Click on Commission. From the Commission homepage, over on the left, is a link for newsletter. This month's featured department is the Shawnee County Weed Department. They are located at 2044 Southwest Western Avenue. They are responsible for the control of every noxious weed in Shawnee County. The department monitors the control of noxious weed infestations on all county-owned property and right-of-ways. They are contracted by local government entities such as KDOT, townships, and the city for areas such as Shunga Creek. We were able to do a ride-along with several employees of the weed department, and right away they spotted a noxious weed called Cerisa lespedeza that had taken over an entire area. The nice thing with the Gator vehicles that we were in is that they can just plow through the tall brush, and the sprayers on the back can cover large areas of weeds. John Landon, the director of the weed department, sent me this just a few days ago. This is the area that we just sprayed a few weeks ago. So, Shawnee County partnered with T-Shirts, etc. to create a brand new fundraiser. It is year-round, and a percentage of each item sold will be added to our grand total that we give to Project Topeka every February. You can browse through 21 apparel items and then customize it with either a county or courts department logo. The link to the online store can be found on the employee-only intraweb under the commissions section. So far, we've raised $300. You can call myself or the commission office if you have any questions. Shawnee County milestones are employees that are celebrating work anniversaries in 5-year increments. Jonathan Martins at the Sheriff's Office is celebrating 5 years. Donna Coughlin and Jimmy Zirkle are celebrating 10 years. And Heather Lutz of Department of Corrections has been with us for 15 years. Congratulations to all of these people and everyone else for their service. Some upcoming events in August. Tomorrow, August 2nd, is the primary election. Monday, August 15th, the commission meeting will be canceled. At 9 a.m. that day, the commissioners will be at the Shawnee County Election Office for the canvass of the primary election results. On Monday, August 22nd, at 5:30 p.m., the public hearing regarding the 2023 Shawnee County budget will take place right here in the Shawnee County Courthouse, basement room B11. Be sure to check out more stories and the videos in the August newsletter.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Anyone else? Commissioner Cook?
I don't have anything to add this morning.
Okay, I just want to remind everyone, I know Stephanie just mentioned it, but tomorrow's Election Day. I believe you've got until noon today to vote in advance at the election office, so if you have time, get down there. Otherwise, vote tomorrow. If you have any trouble finding your polling place, you can check that out on our website, I believe, to find out where to vote. So that's it for me. So next item, please.
Item 7, executive session.
We do not have a need for executive session today, so we are adjourned.